The emergency alarm echoed across the steel corridors of Outpost 9. Every soldier froze. Every scientist abandoned their station. The warning lights shifted from white to crimson. Captain Ethan Walker looked up from the damaged fusion engine he had spent 6 exhausting hours repairing. "What happened now?" he muttered. A terrified technician rushed into the hangar. "The Queen is awake." Every face lost its color. Not just any queen. The alien vampire queen. The most feared ruler ever captured by humanity. 3 months earlier, her flagship had crashed near Jupiter after a mysterious cosmic storm destroyed half her fleet. Human forces had recovered the wreckage before the surviving vampires could rescue her. She had remained imprisoned beneath the station ever since. No interrogation had succeeded. No weapon had frightened her. No scientist had understood her biology. She simply stared through reinforced glass with glowing crimson eyes, waiting patiently. Today, everything changed. Ethan arrived outside the containment chamber. General Morrison stood beside a dozen heavily armed soldiers. Captain Walker. "Sir, the Queen specifically requested you." Ethan blinked. "Me? She refuses to speak with anyone else." "Why?" "No idea." The massive titanium doors slowly opened. The Queen stood inside her energy prison. She was nearly 7 feet tall. Dark crimson skin shimmered beneath black living armor. Massive wings folded behind her. Curved horns framed long midnight hair. Her glowing red eyes locked onto Ethan instantly. She smiled, not kindly, like a predator finally seeing familiar prey. The soldiers tightened their rifles. Ethan cautiously stepped forward. "You wanted to see me?" She slowly approached the invisible energy barrier. Then she inhaled deeply. "I remember your scent." Everyone exchanged confused looks. Ethan frowned. "I've never met you." "You have." "No." Your memories were erased. The room became silent. General Morrison narrowed his eyes. "What is she talking about?" The Queen ignored everyone except Ethan. 2 years ago. "I've never left Earth until this mission." She laughed. "You crossed dimensions without knowing." Scientists immediately started recording every word. Dr. Hayes whispered nervously. "This is impossible." The Queen pressed one claw against the energy barrier. "You saved my life." Ethan shook his head. "I don't remember anything. They made certain you wouldn't." General Morrison interrupted. "Enough games." The Queen slowly turned toward him, her smile vanished. "You hide the truth from your own people." The general remained expressionless. "I have no idea what you're talking about." "Oh," she laughed louder. "So the humans still worship lies." Without warning, every light inside the prison flickered. Power levels surged. Engineers panicked. "The containment field is destabilizing," General Morrison shouted. "Increase power. We already are." The Queen suddenly looked back at Ethan. "You still wear it." "Wear what?" She pointed toward the small silver pendant hanging beneath his uniform. His late mother had given it to him before she died. "I've worn this since childhood. It was my gift." His heartbeat stopped. "What?" She closed her eyes. Our child recognized it immediately. Silence. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Ethan stared at her. "What did you just say?" The Queen opened her glowing eyes. "Our child." The room erupted into confused shouting. Scientists looked horrified. General Morrison stepped forward. "Explain yourself." The Queen ignored him completely. Instead, she stared directly into Ethan's eyes. Then, with enough force to shake the entire station, she roared, "You impregnated me, human." The sound blasted through every corridor. Windows cracked, alarms exploded. Even the soldiers staggered backward. Ethan nearly fell. "I what?" The Queen's massive wings unfolded. "You are the father." The station became absolutely silent. Every camera focused on Ethan. General Morrison slowly looked toward him. "You have exactly 30 seconds to explain." "I can't explain something impossible." Dr. Hayes checked every biological scan collected over the past months. His hands began shaking. "Oh no." General Morrison looked at him. "What?" "The Queen. What about her? She's pregnant. Nobody spoke. The doctor swallowed hard. And according to every scan, the fetus contains human DNA. The silence felt endless. Ethan looked completely frozen. This can't be real. The Queen smiled. It is. She gently placed one hand over her stomach. Our daughter grows stronger every hour. General Morrison ordered every recording secured. No one leaves this room. Hours later, Ethan sat across from the Queen alone. No weapons, no soldiers, just questions. She watched him carefully. You truly remember nothing? No. She sighed sadly. The Memory Council erased everything after the Rift War. What Rift War? You fought beside us. I've never even seen your people before. You saw us before your planet joined this universe. His confusion only deepened. The Queen slowly explained. 2 years earlier, an unstable dimensional fracture had briefly connected Earth with countless parallel civilizations. Most humans never realized anything had happened. Special military units secretly crossed into the dimensional battlefield. Ethan had unknowingly been one of them. During that war, he rescued the wounded vampire queen from assassins sent by rival empires. They spent weeks trapped together behind enemy lines. They survived impossible odds. They trusted one another. Eventually, they fell in love. Before returning to Earth, the Memory Council erased every human survivor's memories to prevent dimensional panic. Only one consequence remained. The child. Ethan struggled to believe any of it. It sounds insane. It sounds true. She reached toward him. The energy barrier still separated them. My people never lie about blood. Days later, another crisis emerged. Long-range scanners detected hundreds of alien warships approaching the solar system. The Queen calmly identified them. The Crimson Dominion, General Morrison asked. They're here for you? No, they're here for our daughter. Military commanders stared at her. The first child born from human and royal vampire blood will possess abilities neither civilization has ever seen. The general asked quietly. Can they destroy Earth? She answered honestly. Within an hour. Emergency meetings lasted through the night. Human governments argued endlessly. Some demanded the Queen be executed. Others wanted negotiations. Ethan remained beside her. Something inside him slowly changed. Every time he looked into her eyes, strange memories flashed across his mind. Snow-covered mountains, a burning battlefield, holding her hand beneath unfamiliar stars, her laughter, her tears, a kiss, fragments, nothing complete, yet enough to make his heart ache. 3 days later, the Crimson Dominion fleet entered Earth's orbit. Thousands of ships blocked the sky. People across the world watched enormous shadows appear above their cities. A transmission arrived. Return the royal child, General Morrison asked the Queen. What happens if we refuse? They will burn every world that shelters us. Human leaders prepared for war despite knowing they could never win. Then Ethan remembered something. Not everything. Just enough. An ancient weapon, hidden during the Rift War. A dimensional beacon capable of summoning every allied civilization. The Memory Council had erased its location, but emotional memory survived. He knew where to find it, inside the crashed alien flagship beneath the station. Engineers opened the sealed wreck. Deep within its shattered command chamber, Ethan instinctively walked through destroyed corridors as if he had been there countless times. Finally, he reached a hidden chamber. The walls responded to his touch. Ancient symbols illuminated. The Queen smiled proudly. I knew you would remember. He lifted the crystalline beacon. It awakened instantly. Golden light exploded into space. Every sensor across Earth overloaded. Then hundreds of new warp signatures appeared. Not enemy ships, allies, dragon fleets, machine civilizations. Crystal guardians. Human colonies from parallel realities. Entire armadas emerged around Earth. The Crimson Dominion suddenly found themselves surrounded. Their commander transmitted one final message. This changes everything. The Queen answered calmly. It changes justice. Without firing a single shot, the invading fleet retreated. The greatest invasion in human history ended without a battle. Weeks later, representatives from dozens of civilizations gathered above Earth. Instead of war, they signed the Treaty of New Horizons. Humanity officially joined the Galactic Alliance. The Vampire Kingdom pledged eternal protection over Earth. Scientists from every species began sharing technology freely. Disease disappeared. Clean energy spread worldwide. A new age began. Months passed peacefully. Then one quiet evening, Ethan stood beside the Queen in the station garden overlooking Earth. She smiled softly. "You still doubt your memories?" "Sometimes. You don't have to remember everything." He looked toward her growing stomach. "I already know what matters." She gently placed his hand against the child. A tiny heartbeat answered. Then a tiny voice echoed directly inside both their minds. "Mother, Father." Both parents froze. The unborn child had spoken. The Queen laughed through happy tears. "Our daughter is already stronger than prophecy." Ethan smiled. "So what happens now?" She looked toward the blue planet below. "We raised the first bridge between two worlds." Years later, history books would never remember the invasion. They would never remember the hidden war between dimensions. But every child across Earth would know the story of one impossible family. A human engineer, an alien vampire queen, and the little girl whose birth united civilizations that had hated one another for thousands of years. Because sometimes the future of an entire galaxy begins with one sentence that no one could ever expect to hear. The alien vampire queen roared angrily. "You impregnated me, human?" And instead of starting a war, it started peace.